Forget James Bond. Forget the spies you see in Hollywood movies wearing tuxedos and drinking martinis. The real face of modern espionage doesn't look like a supermodel. It looks like a computer nerd. It looks like the kid who sat at the back of your math class. But do not be fooled. These young men and women are the deadliest weapon in the Middle East. They don't carry rifles. They don't fly fighter jets, but with a few lines of code, they can shut down a nation's power grid, crash their stock market, or turn an enemy's own communication network against them. Welcome to the world of Unit 8200. The legendary cyber warfare division of the Israel Defense Forces. While the world fears nuclear bombs, Unit 8200 is fighting a war that is invisible, silent, and happening right now on the device you are using to watch this video. To understand Unit 8200, you have to understand how Israel thinks. In most countries, intelligence agencies recruit people in their late 20s or 30s after they finish university. Israel does the opposite. They draft them at 18. Every year, the army scans thousands of high school students. They aren't looking for the strongest or the fastest. They are looking for the brilliant, the rule breakers, the hackers who taught themselves how to code at age 10. They take these teenagers and put them in a high-pressure environment where failure is not an option. A former commander of the unit once said, "We take the smartest kids in the country and give them missions that seem impossible. And because they are young and arrogant, they don't know it's impossible. So they do it anyway." This is the incubator of Israel's cyber power. There is no hierarchy here. If a 19-year-old private has a better idea than the general, the army listens to the private. This culture of innovation creates tools that the rest of the world can only dream of. So what can they actually do? The unit is officially tasked with signal intelligence, listening to everything. And when I say everything, I mean it. Phone calls, emails, encrypted messages, radio frequencies, they act as the giant ears of the nation. But Unit 8200 has a darker side, a side that rarely makes the official news: offensive cyber warfare. Perhaps the most famous example is the Stuxnet virus. Although Israel never officially claimed responsibility, experts agree that Unit 8200, likely working with the Americans, created a digital weapon that physically destroyed Iran's nuclear centrifuges. Think about that. No missiles were fired. No commandos raided the facility. Just a piece of malicious code inserted via a USB drive that caused the machines to spin out of control and destroy themselves, while the monitoring screens showed that everything was fine. It was the first time in history that a digital code caused physical destruction in the real world. It changed the rules of war forever. But that was 10 years ago. Today, their technology is light years ahead. We are living in the era of zero-click hacks. In the past, a hacker needed you to make a mistake, like clicking a bad link or downloading a suspicious file. Unit 8200 develops tools that require zero interaction from the target. They can infect a phone simply by calling it. You don't even have to answer. The call leaves no trace in your log, but the spyware is already inside, turning your camera and microphone into a 24-hour surveillance device for the Israeli army. Recently, the world was shocked by reports of communication devices, old-school pagers and walkie-talkies, exploding simultaneously across Lebanon. While details remain classified, this level of supply chain infiltration and remote triggering bears the signature of a state-level actor with unlimited intelligence resources. It sends a terrifying message to Israel's enemies. We are not just in your network, we are in your pocket. We are in the device you are holding right now. This brings us back to the AI we discussed in our last video. Unit 8200 is the primary feeder of data for the Gospel AI system. The AI needs information to select targets, and Unit 8200 provides that fuel. They intercept millions of conversations, analyze trillions of metadata points, and feed this ocean of information into the AI algorithms. If the AI is the brain that decides who dies, Unit 8200 is the eyes and ears that find them. Without this unit, the high-tech missiles and drones would be flying blind. They are the architects of the glass battlefield, a concept where the enemy thinks they are hiding, but to the Israeli command, the walls are transparent. There is a fascinating phenomenon that happens when these soldiers leave the army. They don't just retire, they build billion-dollar companies. If you look at the founders of the world's biggest cybersecurity firms, Check Point, Palo Alto Networks, Waze, Wix, a huge number of them are alumni of Unit 8200. The skills they learn in the shadows of the military are transferred directly to the tech industry. This has made Israel, a country the size of New Jersey, a global superpower in technology. But this revolving door between the military and the private sector raises ethical questions. Tools developed for national defense, like the infamous Pegasus spyware created by the NSO group, founded by 8,200 veterans, have been sold to governments around the world. These tools have been used to spy on journalists, activists, and political rivals. The technology of Unit 8200 doesn't stay in Israel. It spreads, and sometimes it falls into the wrong hands. As we look to 2026 and beyond, Unit 8200 is facing its biggest challenge yet. The enemy is adapting. Iran and its proxies are developing their own cyber armies. The war is moving from the battlefield to the server room. The next major war might not start with an airstrike. It might start with a blackout. Imagine a scenario where the traffic lights stop working, the water treatment plants shut down, and the banking system freezes all at once. This is the nightmare scenario of total cyber war. And Unit 8200 is working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to ensure they can do it to the enemy before the enemy does it to them. Unit 8200 proves that in the modern world, knowledge is not just power, knowledge is a weapon. The teenage coders sitting in dark rooms in Tel Aviv are as lethal as the pilots flying the F-35s. They operate in the shadows, but their impact is felt everywhere. They have redefined the concept of privacy and security. In a world connected by wires and signals, there are no secrets. There is only Unit 8200, listening, watching, and waiting for the moment to strike. If you want to understand the future of war, don't look at the sky. Look at your screen and ask yourself, who is watching you back?